One small clove a day. That's all it takes. But almost nobody knows what raw garlic is actually doing to their blood pressure, their heart, and their immune system. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what happens inside your body when you eat raw garlic every day, the right way to eat it for maximum benefit, and who should actually be careful with it. Stay till the end for that part. If you're new here, welcome to Vital Years, where we break down everyday foods and habits using real science, no fluff. Let's get into it. Garlic's power comes from a compound called allicin. It's only created when you crush, chop, or chew a raw garlic clove. That's the chemical reaction that releases garlic's strong smell, and it's also where most of its health effects come from. Cooked garlic loses a large amount of this compound, which is why raw garlic has a stronger effect than the cooked version most people are used to. Beyond allicin, garlic also has a decent amount of vitamin C, vitamin B6, and manganese, plus other sulfur compounds that researchers believe work together with allicin. Several clinical studies have looked specifically at garlic's effect on blood pressure, and a number of them found a measurable reduction in people with high blood pressure who took garlic regularly over several weeks. The effect isn't as strong as prescription medication, but it's considered a meaningful natural addition for people working on their blood pressure alongside their doctor's advice, not a replacement for it. The proposed mechanism is that allicin and other sulfur compounds help relax and widen blood vessels, which can ease the pressure your heart needs to pump against. Garlic has also been studied for its effect on cholesterol. Some research shows a modest reduction in total cholesterol and LDL, the type often called bad cholesterol, particularly with consistent daily intake over a period of months. The results across studies aren't all identical, and the effect size is generally small. But combined with the blood pressure benefit, it paints a picture of garlic as a small, consistent supporter of heart health, rather than a dramatic fix on its own. This is where garlic has some of its strongest traditional reputation. Allicin has documented antibacterial and antiviral properties in lab studies, and some research suggests regular garlic consumption may reduce the frequency and severity of common colds. This lines up with centuries of traditional use of garlic during cold and flu season across many cultures, including in raw form, tea, or honey garlic combinations. Garlic also acts as a prebiotic, meaning it feeds beneficial bacteria in your gut. This can support digestion over time, though raw garlic in large amounts can also cause digestive discomfort for some people, bloating, heartburn, or an upset stomach, especially if you're not used to eating it raw. This is exactly why we'll talk about portion size in a few minutes. A common question: does cooking garlic destroy all its benefits? Not entirely. Cooked garlic still provides nutrients and some beneficial compounds, but a meaningful portion of the allicin is reduced or lost during cooking, especially at high heat. If you want the strongest effect, raw or lightly crushed garlic eaten quickly after crushing is the most effective form. Now the obvious problem: garlic breath. A quick tip that actually has some science behind it. Eating raw apple mint or drinking green tea afterward can help neutralize the sulfur compounds causing the smell. It won't fully eliminate it, but it noticeably reduces it. This is the part most garlic videos skip, and it's important. If you're on blood-thinning medication, garlic can amplify that effect and increase bleeding risk. This matters especially before any surgery, where doctors often recommend stopping garlic supplementation in the days before a procedure. If you have a sensitive stomach, acid reflux, or ulcers, raw garlic in larger amounts can worsen symptoms for some people. And during pregnancy, while garlic in food amounts is generally considered safe, high-dose supplements aren't well studied and should be discussed with your doctor first. As always, this video is educational, not a replacement for advice from your own doctor. Based on your specific health history and medications, so how much is actually recommended? Most studies showing benefit use the equivalent of about 1 to 2 raw cloves per day for a healthy adult. More isn't necessarily better and can increase the chance of stomach irritation or interaction with medications. For the strongest effect, crush or finely chop your garlic and let it sit for about 10 minutes before eating or cooking. This maximizes the allicin formation before you consume it. So to quickly recap, raw garlic in small daily amounts has real evidence behind its effect on blood pressure, cholesterol, and immune support, largely through a compound called allicin that's only fully active when garlic is crushed and eaten raw or lightly cooked. 1 to 2 cloves a day is the sweet spot for most healthy adults. But if you're on blood thinners, have stomach sensitivity, or are pregnant, talk to your doctor first. If this changed the way you think about that clove of garlic, hit subscribe. We break down a new everyday food like this every week. And let me know in the comments, do you eat your garlic raw or only cooked? See you in the next one!